Good morning, this is Kasturi Day. Today again I'm back with the question answer section of the nervous system in humans according to ICSI syllabus class 8. Okay, so I'm starting with the difference between, I stopped in the last video in this difference between. So before starting with, I want to know, have you gone through the last video, the question answer section, where I have asked you a question. So, which part of the brain is affected when an alcoholic person, when is totally, he is a drunk, when a person who is drunk with, he has taken alcohol, he loses his balance. Why is it so? Which part of the brain is affected in their case? So I have seen no comment has come, so please go through the video and please answer the question. I will let you know the answer in my next video. First I want to know the answer from your side, then I will reply to it. Okay, so I'm starting with the questions. So for the first question which I'm starting with today is cranial nerves and spinal nerves differences. So cranial nerves are the nerves which arise, emerge or terminate from the brain. Okay, and spinal nerves emerge and terminate from the spinal cord. Okay, they emerge from the spinal cord and terminate in the spinal cord. Okay, then cranial nerves are 12 pairs, whereas spinal nerves are 31 pairs. Then cranial nerves are designated by serial numbers and names, whereas spinal nerves are named according to their location on the spinal cord. Like the cervical nerves, which are located in the cervical region of the spinal cord. Then the lumbar nerves, which are located in the lumbar region, nerves which are located in the lumbar region. Then the thoracic nerves, which are located in the thoracic region, like this. Okay, so next differences can be the cranial nerves can be sensory, motor or mixed, but spinal nerves are generally mixed. Then cranial nerves are concerned mainly with the activities associated with head and neck, whereas spinal nerves are concerned with all the body parts below the neck. Then cranial nerves are involved in vision, sense of smell, hearing, sense of taste, and even eye movements. But spinal nerves are involved in the movement, sensation, and sweat secretion. Okay. Next, we come to the difference between cerebrum and cerebellum. Cerebrum is the part of the forebrain, whereas cerebellum is the part of the hindbrain. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain, whereas cerebellum is the second largest part of the brain. Cerebrum controls the voluntary movement, intelligence, and memory, whereas cerebellum controls precision, coordinates, accuracy of timing, and posture. Then we come to the difference between brain and spinal cord. Brain serves as the center for thinking, sensing, reasoning, and remembering, whereas spinal cord performs the reflex actions, you can say. Then brain sends executive commands to different parts of the body, whereas spinal cord carries commands of motion from brain to the different parts of the broad body. Then brain possesses sensory information that spinal cord brings from the body parts to the brain, whereas spinal cord returns sensory signals from the body parts to the brain. That brain has white matter at the core in the middle, that is, and gray matter on the outside, on the cortex or outside, whereas in case of spinal cord, the gray matter is at the core and white matter is on the outside. Now we come to the answer the following questions briefly. Name the two types of coordinator seen in the animals. It is the nervous coordination and chemical coordination. So two types of coordination which are seen in animals, that is nervous coordination, which is produced by the nerves, brain and spinal cord, and chemical coordination are produced by hormones. So next question, name the substances that bring about chemical coordination by the hormones. Name the parts of the neuron, the cell body, the cyton. Okay, then the dendrons, the long fiber which is coming out from the cyton is the axon. Then the dendrons divide to dendrites. Then the axon is covered with a fatty substance known as myelin sheath. Then the myelin sheath is not continuous. The break the space where the myelin sheath is not there in the axon, there the place is known as the node of Ranvier, and the cyton, that is the cell body, has the nucleus in it. So these are the parts of the neuron. Name any 4 cranial nerves. The 4 cranial nerves are olfactory nerves for the sensation, smell sensation, optic nerves for sight, then auditory nerves for hearing, facial nerves for the face. Then define nervous system. The nervous system is an organ system of an animal that coordinates its actions and sensory information by transmitting signals to and from different parts of its body with the help of the brain, spinal cord, and the nerves. So it's an organ system in an animal, okay, that coordinates its action and sensory information by transmitting. How does it coordinate? By transmitting signals to the different parts of the body or from the different parts of the body to the sensory organs, that is sensory organs, that is the brain, spinal cord, via the nerves. So they perform these things with the help of the brain, spinal cord, and the nerves. Next we come to what are motor nerves. They are the nerves located in the central nervous system, usually in the spinal cord, that sends impulses from the central nervous system to a muscle or gland. They are also called efferent nerves. Okay, they consist of axons of the motor neurons. Okay, nerves, I told you, it's a bunch of nerve fibers. Okay, so the nerve fibers, that is the the axons of the neuron. So these axons, they consist of the motor neurons, axons of the motor neurons. Okay, so how many cranial nerves are there in the brain? 12 pairs. Then write the function of the cerebrospinal fluid. It nourishes the brain and spinal cord and also protect them from the shocks by absorbing them. Next is name the 3 important parts of the brain: cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla oblongata. Give 2 examples of reflex action. First is sneezing when an unwanted particle enters in the nose, okay, or blinking of the eyes when a foreign particle enters the eye. Next we come to the answer the following questions in detail. First question is distinguish between the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system consists of the brain, spinal cord of the body, whereas peripheral nervous system consists of the dorsal and the ventral root, nerve cell heads, spinal and the cranial nerves. Okay. Then central nervous system controls all the voluntary functions of the body, whereas peripheral nervous system controls and influences all the involuntary functions of the body. Then central nervous system is a system of sensory nerves and motor nerves linked with the brain and spinal cord in a to and fro manner respectively, whereas peripheral nervous system is a system of dorsal and ventral root nerve cell heads and the network of the spinal and cranial nerves that are linked to the brain and the spinal cord on one end and the muscles on the other. Next we come to distinguish between the simple reflex and conditioned reflex. Simple reflex is automatic response that is not learnt. Okay, it's not required any previous learning. Okay, then conditioned reflex is automatic response that is learnt. Then simple reflex, same stimulus always evoke same response, whereas conditional reflex, different stimulus can evoke some same response over time. Okay, then simple reflex response coordinated by the spinal cord, whereas conditional reflex response coordinated by the brain. Simple reflex, for example, when we sneeze, that does not require any prior learning, whereas in conditional reflex, like we write, when we are writing with a pen, we need to first learn how to write. Then you can write without even seeing it, you can write. Okay. Then what do you understand by the term coordination? Coordination is the interaction of different parts of the body to fulfill a desired function. Okay, it's an interaction of the different parts of the body to fulfill a desired function. In animals, there are two types of coordination: nervous coordination and chemical coordination. Nervous coordination is brought about by the action of the brain, spinal cord, and a network of nerves which together form the nervous system, whereas chemical coordination is brought about the action of the various chemicals, like which are known as hormones, which are secreted by the endocrine glands, and they constitute the endocrine system. Okay, so this is about the coordination. So I'll stop here. I'll continue with the rest of the question answers in my next video. Please go through this. And before ending, I want to ask you another question today, that we know that the cerebrum is there, which controls which is the main control center, which is the biggest part of the brain, largest part of the brain. Can you tell me which half? We have two hemispheres in our cerebrum. So which hemisphere controls the right part of our body and which hemisphere controls the left part of our body? Please let me know. You can write the answer in my comment box. Okay, and I will give the answer in my next video. I'll discuss it. Okay, so please go through these videos. If you have any doubt, please do write in the comment box. And if you like the video, press the like button, and also do share with your friends and colleagues. Okay, so that people can know about these videos. Okay, and they can be helped also. And another thing, if you are a new viewer to my channel or not subscribed yet, please do subscribe to get the notification of my next video. Thank you.